everybody.
Hey,
Hello,
everybody.
hello. Welcome. Welcome to Dream Time. Good night.
I love it.
Already buenas noches.
Let's see if we can all do a spontaneous dream tonight and speak about it within the next half hour. All right, there you go. Yeah. Oh, well, Annie Bear, your husband is retiring in 2 days.
Wonderful.
Congratulations to him.
Yay.
That's fabulous.
That's
Oh, a
awesome.
3-hour-a-day commute. That's a long time.
Yes.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Whoa. Sorry.
All right. So hi, Claudia. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Julie Johnson. And of course, Annie Bear and Sherry Z. And Akila's here. Okay.
Yay.
And Samantha's here from Australia. And we also have Calihealer here with us today. And she decided to join us on the show, which we're so excited about because we had a meetup dream of which she met up with those that were there. So we're going to talk about that today. And also hello to Kate, hello to Teri, and hello to Diana. Thank you for being here. Whoa. Wait a minute.
There she is. Woo.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, that's the hokey.
Here we go.
Wait a minute, we got to turn ourselves around because that's what it's all about, you know?
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely, because that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Hello, Rhonda Rue, and hello, Starhawk and Rossi. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And we're I'm kind of punchy tonight, so I apologize. Diana she just goes in and out all the time.
Aw.
So true.
That's right. But we have quite the guests here. We've already got some dreams up. But because I did not or was not a participant, as much as I tried to be a participant, my dreams did not allow me. I was instead staying in motels again, staying in temporary housing because that's all I ever do. I was either camping or I was in a hotel or you know me in my dreams, they're all temporary places to visit. So I didn't get a chance to go to Greece, and glad that I didn't go to the one that they had to evacuate.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you went to that one.
Roads.
Right.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you run this, Katie, because you and Diana, I know, definitely met up. And I know Callie did because that's why Kelly's here. And Teri, did you? Did you meet up with any? Oh,
I did.
So I'm the deadbeat. Okay.
It was a party.
Yes. So I'm going to let you all talk about your experience. I'm going to say hello to Katie, Arbuckle, to Nancy, to KK, to Starhawk. Thanks for being here, everybody. So if you guys in the chat were able to go to Greece and wear your sunglasses at night, they're going to have that conversation now. And so please let us know if you were there. Unfortunately, I wasn't, so I'm going to let them take over the conversation here. So go for it, ladies.
Awesome. So I know that we didn't actually have a designated spot in Greece and that we were hoping that everybody would wear sunglasses to be identified with. And I saw Diana right away and I recognized her without sunglasses. So I don't know did we have sunglasses on or did we lose them in flight?
I think I don't remember even wearing them. Seriously. I mean, I know I had them somewhere along the line, but I was blinded by the light, so I know I must have taken them out.
Yes, taking them off. So I remember at the beach laughing, joking, having a great time, the water sparkling, the water having rays of light coming up from the ocean. And I drew this picture when I woke up because Diana had a headband on, and I'll just put that up for everybody to be able to see.
Oh, cool.
So this is my interpretation of our beautiful Diana. And the headband was leather with bright green gems. Okay. And it was startling how brilliant the green gems were. And in the morning, I texted it to Diana, and drum roll.
I had a headband like that in the 60s.
Wow.
So,
and
yeah.
lo and behold, it's probably still up there with my bell bottoms and my WABX area.
So, you know, the confirmation was really, really cool. I know that we flew off and started flying between the colors of the rays of light.
And
so as we were flying through them, they were like separate colors coming off the ocean's sparkles, which was really fun. It was super fun. And I remember laughing and giggling and just having the best time being out there. We weren't actually in Greece. We were kind of like over the water of Greece. So is that what you remember too, Diana?
that's the part I remember the most, because I felt like I was tripping along that arpeggio of rocks as you come in or go out. I know if I was at Santorini, I don't know where I was, but it reminded me of Robin Williams in Popeye. And that's where they made the movie.
Oh, I thought they made Popeye in Malta. I thought they made it in Malta, but similar island.
Maybe they made it in both places.
Yeah. Yeah.
At any rate, so I mean, I was there, then I was with you, then I was in this explosion of star shape, of purples and blues and all pastels, all of that higher realm divine white light. And from there, I don't know where I went, because I know I went on another mission, because I don't know, something that happened in Ukraine, and I'm pretty sure that that's where my guides had sent me. So after that point, I can't tell you.
That's okay. We got our fun stuff out of the way.
Right? And anybody who saw me doesn't mean I wasn't there. I just don't have a recollection of that because of where I went once I went into that light.
Sure.
And then once I got to Ukraine, it was doling out groceries and taking care of elderly, and like I'm not one, but you know, really elderly people, and trying to find somebody's doll or teddy bear. So that's where I went from there. And I actually probably have a picture of that somewhere. Let me see if I can find it, because it's it's in a book where I filled up a book, so now I'm just
starting a new book.
Well, I'm trying to, but I want another mole book, and I can't seem to get myself to find one that I like, because I wanted to have a red cover with the Chinese New Year stuff on it, and can't seem to get that. Well, this isn't the right picture. Maybe it's in the other book, and I brought the wrong book down, because this is the one with the 3-part dream, Aley, where, you know, I was with you and the gals. So anyways, wrong book.
Okay. Well, so Teri, what was your experience?
Well, I woke up in the morning and I realized that I hadn't done it. So I went back to sleep to do it. And I had another half an hour. And it was funny. And I went right there. And we were in force. I mean, like a group of women. It was just like, well, feminine energy. I'm sure there were men there too. But we were going up and down the hills. And it was almost like kind of a tinnitype. But I can't say that we were walking or marching. It's like we were just going in mass. So kind of that flying feeling that you had, Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were going up and down the hills together, and it was kind of a tintype or silver screen kind of movie type thing. And we had martinis, like these little goblets. I remember that quite well. We had these martinis, and they had a dark stem on them. They were clear on the top, but they had a dark stem.
Dark green?
Oh, I don't know.
Iced tea compared to a martini.
That's
And
it.
Kelly, what did you say?
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mine was well, when I woke up in the morning, I was just like, oh my gosh, I did it. I got to Greece, and it was the funny thing about it is I didn't recognize anybody. I mean, I recognized us by the sunglasses, but I didn't recognize anybody. But the energy I could. I mean, it was just like I knew we were all there together. And for me, it was about 6 people, and we landed in a downtown area that was really quaint, and it was in the middle of the block, and we were getting ice cream, and it was like a coffee ice cream parlor, and there was tables outside, like little parlor tables, and there was 4 of us outside eating ice cream. And I remember there was 2 people inside either getting coffee or ice cream, and we had our sunglasses on. And it was a brick building, but I don't remember our conversations, but I just remember thinking, wow, we did it, we're here. And it was like a huge accomplishment, because I had never like challenged myself to anything like that before, so it was really cool. So yeah, it was we had martinis, and we had the ocean, and we had ice cream. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
No, and I wasn't there, but I was, I guess, because if you had that, I'd be not the martini, but I'd be eating the ice cream. I can tell you that.
Yep.
It's so much fun. Isn't it fun? Because you wake up with this sense of like adventure, and like you were in the movie, and that you were, the part of the participant in the excitement of it. And just that energy that is the astral plane, I think, is so much fun, because it has so much energy and so much sparkle, magic, whatever word you want to use. And you bring that in, and that becomes a part. So you wake up feeling happy and, joyous and adventurous, and like nothing's impossible feeling. Right. Does that make sense?
Exactly. Yes, totally.
Yeah. That excitement. It's so much fun. And you know what? And there are times where it's, where you feel sad, darn it, I didn't see, that doesn't mean it didn't happen. It absolutely is just a confirmation of that energy and the feeling and the vibe. And, we have a practice group, and when the practice group found out we were doing a dream meetup, they were like, we want to do one too. We were like, yes. I love it. Yes, we'll do one too. So it would be really interesting to know if the other people that we saw are in the chat, if they experienced anything. Is there anyone in the chat that was inside our dream meetup in Greece? Because we would love to know from you if you were there with us. Margaritas or not, sunglasses or not, flying or not.
Right.
I don't know what happened to my sunglasses. It was really weird because I know that I set off with them. So they must have fallen off when we took off in flight. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. And KK says she was too busy astral traveling, so she didn't take time to stop and go there. We are going to try to do this again. And Katie's going to set the parameters before we leave today. And you want to meet up, though, Friday, is that right? The day after we do this on Zoom to see if it works. Is that what you said, Katie?
Oh, well, that would be really fun to be able to do that if we did a dream meetup on a specific day, and then the following day could, get together on Zoom. I I wasn't really thinking about another spot, although I did see a Rick Steves travel video the other day where he was in England and he went to this southern town where they believe the remains of King Arthur's castle.
Glastonbury tour. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. He was all over the place down there. So that might be really fun to go play in King Arthur's castle. And it might also be really fun to do it in the 1600s or in the 1400s.
I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can we have running toilets, please? I'd really rather have.
We don't have to worry about all of that. So and maybe the clue of that we're meeting up is the color of your cape, of your velvet cloak cape. Everybody wear and I don't want to make it sound like Little Red Riding Hood, but they were really beautiful and ornate back when. So we'll go talk to the Knights Templar and the Round Table and Merlin and see what we can discover. If you guys are game for that, I mean, I'm open to suggestions too.
So apparently, some of us got naked.
In those waves of women.
Sounds very freeing, and the water was probably warm.
Yeah.
Salt baths, yeah. And KK, you can't mess this up, really, because
No, you can't.
Time is not linear. It's especially when
Yeah.
you're dreaming. You don't have to be anywhere at any certain time. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lady of the Lake is up in the Lake District, isn't it? Up north.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so. Yep. Pia wants to know how do you do it? So I think everybody might have a different way of doing it. I really would like to do it like Teri does it, where I go, oops, I forgot, so I'll go back to sleep.
That was hilarious.
It was great.
Yeah.
I know.
well, sometimes it helps if you have a destination to look at pictures of where it is you're headed before you go to sleep, especially if it's not a place you're familiar with, and someplace specific that you want to be in that town, or where the Eiffel Tower is. You might want to look at the streets as they are and check out the buildings and a color of an awning or something that you can recognize when you get there, so that that's the destination you had wanted to go to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the ways.
Mm-hmm.
And just solid thinking of it before you as you go to sleep.
Making a plan to, What did you do, Kelly? What did you do to?
I just told myself when I was going to sleep, I'm like, I'm going to meet up in Greece, and where I was going to look for you guys. And that's pretty much it. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to go to Greece and I'm going to look for you guys. And when I woke up in the morning, it was like an accomplishment. I mean, I was thrilled. It was just like, yes, I did it.
It's so much fun.
I was afraid that my first dream would be that, and then I'd have 25 other dreams that night, and then I would not remember the first dream I had. So that's why I kind of like how Teri did it, where or if I was taking a nap. I think that's the way I would do it. If I'm taking a 1 to 2 hour nap, and then I can know that I'm not going to have that buried somewhere inside all the dreams I have all night.
Yeah. It's a good idea before you go to bed to remember like 5 things that happened during your day.
Yes.
And that interacts your memory. It creates that brain switch right there. And then you make an intention and tell your guides.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when you bring your guides, you're safe. You're always safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
They always provide the protection. So, this really is a fun, adventurous experience. For me, I like to visualize what I'm wearing, like before I go to sleep, For this one, I would probably visualize the garment underneath, and whether or not I have a sword, whether or not there's any kind of fur, whether or not there's any gemstones that are, lining, the cloak. Is the cloak one that I leave the top off, or do I put the top up? And has someone done my hair? Because that would just be really cool too.
Yeah.
The more that your imagination lights the way, the more tactile the dream can become right before you go to sleep. And if you don't remember right before you go to sleep, or you've been up and you've been working really hard and you're like, oh my gosh, and you just crash, that's okay too. You could be thinking about it during the day. It doesn't have to be right before you go to sleep, but it is really fun to put your own elements in. And it's also really fun to have spirit validate, the martini glass, the headband, the colors, the light, the flying around through the beams. It's really, really fun to be able to do that. So if you want, Aley, I'll post, is King Arthur okay? King Arthur time?
The other thing is, if you've ever been to a Ren Fest, then you know what you're looking at as well. That's another thing to think about. Yeah. Yep.
And you can interact with each other, but not with them. You could hear them, but I have never been on an experience where they can hear me. So that's another thing to consider, is that it's like you're watching them. You won't interfere with their timeline. You won't interfere with what they've got going on. But you will be able to hear what's going on. And at least this time we're using the Queen's English. So that's good. Before I did it in French. And so I'm like, I don't know what they're saying. What are they saying? It just kind of sounds like mumbly. Like mumbly.
Mumbly language.
Yeah. That's awesome.
The land of mumbles.
So nobody ate any olives or any really wonderful Greek food. It's just
no gyros, no baklava.
No. Oh boy.
Oh, stop. Love that stuff.
Fat beans. Yeah. Tomates.
Yummy.
Yeah, I really expected to eat a gyro, but no, it was ice cream.
I'm thinking of the gelato. I love that. It was
yes.
Gelato or gelato. I don't know what it's called, but yeah,
it's delicious.
So delicious. Yep. Well, it's on my bucket list, number one on my bucket list to go there. So that's why I wanted to go there. But
they've got the little donut. Oh.
They say the best way to visit the Greek islands is to jump onto the postal boat, pack a lunch, and hitch a ride with the postal boat, because he makes all the stops at all the islands in one trip.
Okay.
A little insider sneaky thing. I believe that you can. Yes, I believe that you can. And that a lot of people don't realize that they can. And I don't know how you would find that out. Yeah, of course, I did hear about that pre-COVID. So who knows? But that is an interesting idea to jump on the postal boat.
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Have you guys noticed this week that dreams have been just really, really vivid, and that you're waking up just exhausted from working all night? This week especially has been just something for me personally. I was just wondering if you guys are feeling it too, or people in the chat, if they're feeling it too, because today I was just wiped from working last night.
Wow. A lot of people have told me that they wake up exhausted because they may have astral traveled, but I understand, because I'm having still a hard time getting to sleep. And so then my dogs get me up at 5 every morning. And so it's like, I'll go back to bed after that, after I feed them. But I think, with the sunspot and the CMEs that we've been having, I think that that's creating a lot of craziness. It really has.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of crazy dreams.
Okay, so Jay woke up exhausted.
Yeah.
Hypnicity says she doesn't feel like she sleeps. Okay. And Pia, I dream all the time and in color. Okay. You woke up exhausted this week. Yeah, so it is a theme. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah. I wonder too, sometimes when it's hard for me and I wake up really, really tired, I like to look at what is Neptune doing in my chart. Because for me,
Oh.
Neptune is the big power player, right? Is the dreamy one. So
Okay.
is Neptune a female or male?
He.
Ooh, baby,
Oh.
baby. I hope
He is in.
I want to
In
know what
Pisces.
he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then he's
So
messing with stuff. Then
well, yeah, and he's going to be there for a while to come,
Mhm.
and so you can expect lots of dreams. You know, and one of the tricks I have to remember your dreams, especially if you wake up a few times through the night, is to think of at least one word that's a key word. And then you go back to sleep and you have another dream. And the next time you wake up, you think of, say the first word, then the next word. And the whole time you're awake, if you can think of more than one, then say more than one. But always go back to that first word and say it in the same order, just like when you learn the alphabet, right?
Mhm.
And one leads into the next, which in the end triggers the memory of the whole.
Yes.
Wow.
I still think we should do, like, if we wake up at 4:00 in the morning, do a pajama party.
That would be fun.
That would
Right?
be fun.
Just, send out the link to everybody that you know and say, I'm
Uh-huh.
up. Are you up? Come on, let's play. I can't go back to sleep, so might as well be up.
Yeah. What do you know? Yep. I'll tell you what, Katie. I'll give you everybody's. We'll get everybody's phone number, and then you can text them
You
all,
can do that.
and you'll wake up everybody that's didn't wake up. Look, if I'm up, you're up now.
I'm up, yeah. Now we're all
So my
up.
dad used to say, I'm up, everybody up.
Everybody up.
Yep.
That's
And
right.
who's making the coffee? But you know what? We'll just put the kettle on, right?
Okay.
Just
you go.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I love this Katie Arbuckle.
Uh-huh. She's hearing
Eminem.
Eminem, Back to Reality. Boom, there goes the gravity. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh,
I was thinking of that other one, Back to Life, Back to Reality. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Right.
Love that one.
Detroit boy.
Detroit boy.
Yeah.
Well, we got some
Yes.
dreams here to talk about this evening. We have Sherry
Good.
C that has a dream. 2 dreams that weren't really dreams. Okay. One was an ET encounter. Ooh. There was a grayed out person behind me, the other a person standing in my room, watching me during my dream. Were they the same, and who?
Mm.
Well, the ET thing was today, wasn't it?
The hearing?
The
Yeah.
hearings.
I watched a little bit of it.
So did I. I had to turn it off though because there were really horrible comments about Jamie Raskin wearing a bandana.
Oh,
And I couldn't handle it. I just couldn't. It was so mean. And people were trying to explain, no, cancer treatment, don't go there. And they didn't.
Yeah.
They just kept going. So I was like, you know what, I can't be around that kind of energy. So
yeah. So Matt Gaetz is on that committee. I didn't
he
watch
is.
him. I hung around for about 10 minutes and I got off, but yeah. Interesting.
Okay.
That's interesting. Okay. Oh, let's get on to Sherry Z though. Sorry, Sherry.
That's all right.
Dreams that weren't really dreams.
Grayed out. Well, is it one of the grays? I'm guessing it's one of the grays if they were grayed out.
Well, and by calling them a person, was it a tall white?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I think.
The tall white looks more human than a gray.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
More angelic. And
I'm getting it's definitely galactic.
yeah, and I had to pull a card, right? And so what did I get? The thinker. So you got us thinking about this.
yes.
Not
Right,
this.
So-
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
That works.
Okay.
with all those muscles.
I'm
Wow.
working on remembering my dreams. Okay, so Sherry,
Yeah.
did you get the feeling that this other one, the other entity in the room, was more of a person, had more of a human appearance to him?
Mm.
Julie makes a comment, and I think this is really something to consider. The congressional hearing was today. So when you think about ETs, you bring them in.
Yeah.
And I remember Susan Lynn going, I don't want to even talk about them anymore because every time I do, they come visit me. So I'm wondering if, that energy came to you because of what was, coming up. But
Well, Sherry
Okay.
says yes.
okay.
You
Okay.
had the feeling more
And I got yes.
human-like. So I would
Maybe
think
Kelly.
white,
You
tall
got an
white.
angel card?
Nice card, Callie.
Yeah. What is it, Kelly? Angel?
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
Yep, an angel. But yeah, I asked if it was galactic energy, and it said yes.
Uh-huh. Yep. Oh, you had a lovely experience, Sherry. Well, that's good. That's
Mhm.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a tall
You
white
got-
too, but also
Okay.
I think they were two separate beings. I think one is your angel, and the other one, the tall white. The reason that it was
Yes.
gray is because the veil, and as the veil thins, we're gonna see that gray. It's like we know that there's supposed to be matter here, but we know that matter doesn't really exist on the other side of the veil, right? It's all light and energy and motion. So so we see that gray spot because that's where we think we have these constructs of the blue sky or the construct of that wall or the construct of your hand. So instead we see not a negative or a positive, but a neutral.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Awesome. I got lucidity.
Mm.
Hmm.
So a lucid dream for you, Sherry. And the next card I got was imagination. So I
Yeah.
love how this one has, flying things around her. You can't really make it out. I don't know if I can get any clearer with that. But I have to agree, I think they were two separate events, and that the one watching over me is, the guardian angel, the guide that is there at your foot of your bed, that is always with you. And the fact that you noticed it is that connection of knowing, the fact you weren't afraid of it. You weren't nervous. You just acknowledged that there was someone watching. But there isn't any indication that it was negative. In fact, you said it was pleasant. So that connection. And I do agree. I do believe that these other beings are going to be making themselves known more as we open up and let
I
that
get immersed. We are immersing ourselves in the story of our dream. And so it's a real experience, but we are anybody that wouldn't know already that it was a real experience would think it was a dream. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 The bottom of my deck was, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that was your hand. I thought you had another card. Sorry. The bottom of the deck is never ending story.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
first of all, was this the first time you've ever had a dream like this, or a dream that you remember with the angel? Because it was premonition, I think.
Nice.
I love that she
Beautiful
wasn't
card.
afraid
So
of it.
that could be
Yeah.
the tall white too, because that angelic feel is there. And my personal experience is that I get more of, they're both celestial. So the tall whites to me come across angelic in their appearance for me.
Isn't that what some people think are angels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a different dimension.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
And you weren't afraid, which is really beautiful because then it becomes a mystical and a fabulous experience for you, Sherry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Sherry. That's amazing.
It's really cool.
That is
Yeah, really nice.
cool. Wow. Hello, Ron. No, I'm
Hey,
glad
Ron.
you're here. Yeah. All right.
Sing the theme song from Fiddler on the Roof.
Which one? Hubba, hubba, hubba.
Hipponicity is hearing the theme song.
If I were a rich man.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no, no. Come on, baby.
If I was a rich
So
Man.
I have to tell you, Annie Bear, this gal that I interviewed who was with me in Sedona talked about being in Sedona, walking up 120 steps, laying down and looking at the sky and seeing crystalline droppings dropping on her.
Yeah.
And now you're saying you're seeing crystalline structures in your body.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Ladies, what do you think?
Very cool.
I guess she's going through an upgrade. She's going through
Yep.
an ascension process.
Yep.
And she's upgrading.
Yeah.
And you're the bottle, and the message is in you.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Really beautiful.
So there's new waves of energy coming in, and it kind of looks like a fluid waffle, right?
Oh.
It's sacred geometry, but it's also very fluid. It's all in motion, and it's all crystalline energy, and that'll be the next wave that we get. Is all that crystalline energy that's so fluid to work with.
Exciting.
It is. Wow. Oh, thank you, Rossi. This lady was really ripe for her spiritual awakening. She really was. But just the idea of laying there and seeing crystalline things coming down, and so that's what was happening to her too. I assume, ladies, that she was ascending from at the time. Wow.
Yeah.
I've had two different experiences where lightning bolts come at me.
Yeah.
I mean, like out of the screen, come out of the monitor and go wham, right in
Wow.
it's like that. It's like it's so fast, it's too hard. I can't react. It's not like I can go, whoops, missed, And
Matrix.
These twice it's happened. Last month it happened twice, and followed by this internal kind of shaking. I don't know how else to describe that other than this feeling of a tingling, a vibration. It's like an internal dizzy kind of thing, because I remember asking my husband if we were having an earthquake, and he said, "Honey, nothing's moving. What are you talking about?" Because that's what I felt was going on within me. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, hold on." And he's like, "Hold on to what? What's going on with you?" And I'm like, "Can we just hold on?" Okay. You'd think by now he'd be used to all my little weirdnesses. But that was really different. That this lightning bolt coming straight out of the computer at me. And I'm really grateful it hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa. It's like, whoa. So I think that we're experiencing all kinds of new kinds of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as that energy comes in, like I've had a lot of that in my meditations lately, and your body will just automatically shake a little bit. And that's your somatic system, your psoas and whatnot. While the energy integrates into our bodies, then it's good to shake it out, just like a cat or, a big cat does when they come out of the water or something.
Yes.
It's really good for you. But it also opens up the elemental magic and the earth magic. As that comes in.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. So next time it
my
happens,
feet vibrate.
You see vibrations? Is that what you said?
I do see vibrations, but like when I'm getting downloads, the bottoms of my feet vibrate. Yeah. And then I know I'm getting a download.
And Rossi, that's probably what is happening with you. What Callie was just explaining.
Yeah. Getting downloads.
And upgrades.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, what
that's cool.
Kate was explaining is pretty much what I feel. And then I'll go look at the earthquake app.
Yeah.
And we've had at least a 5.5 somewhere.
Right.
I sometimes get little tremors in the 3-point, the high 3 points, or into the 4.3. But once there is a 5 or above, then I feel it. And sometimes it feels like I got pushed on the chair. And then I'll go look, and sure enough, like last week, Tonga had one that
Yep.
was big off the coast, you know,
Yeah.
in the water, but it was big. It
Yeah.
was a 7, 6, 8, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
We had a 7 in Alaska last week too.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
that one. And I actually think I right away put into the group text, and Jay felt it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, what she said. Yeah.
Yeah.
She felt that with Diana. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, we felt the rumble, but we thought it was, like an aftershock, because there wasn't the big one first. But I remember when Diana sent out that text, did anybody else feel that? And I looked at my husband, and he said, yeah,
Right.
but it was more like a rumble. It was further away from us, but it was still feeling it this way.
And it definitely had a time frame on that one, because I'm on the East Coast. You guys are on the West Coast.
Yeah.
It happened on the West Coast at 3:31 your time.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And it was 6:31 my time when I sent the text.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. And for me, I have neuropathy in my feet now. I never had before, but now I can't hardly feel my feet. And that's, it's not cool. And so it's hard for me to, and yet at the same time, I'm wondering if that's some other thing going on, just not the neuropathy.
You just triggered a memory about my feet. Last night, I had such a sensation in my feet. It was, you know how if you get a water blister and the skin,
Yes.
and the water starts to dry up, but the skin is still, it's still in there, but the skin is still kind of wiggly wobbly.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That's how the bottom of my feet were feeling.
Oh. Okay.
Who was just up with that thing about her feet?
Oh, that was
Was it
Sherry's
Rossi?
husband. Sherry's husband.
Terry?
Yeah, his feet move when he's sleeping sometimes.
Yeah.
My dogs do that, but they're running, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to have a dog dream group. That would be fun. All right. So Jamie has a dream. Here we go.
Okay.
I had a wild dream Tuesday. I was at a house I've never been to, and lions were stalking me. A pack of dogs surrounded me to protect me, and I got to the house safely. I think it's worth mentioning that Jamie just lost her companion animal.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
Last week. He passed in her arms of a heart attack. So I think it's important that we mention that, because I really do believe that sort of ties in here a bit. So, yeah.
The loyalty of the dog
Mm-hmm.
to protect you.
Yeah. Right now, she
she
feels vulnerable. I'm thinking she feels very vulnerable, and lions can come and take her away. And what are we coming up on? Lionsgate.
Oh, right.
And it is Leo season
Yes.
now.
right.
Yeah.
And she says she dreams about the African lions.
Oh, okay. All right. The ones with the big manes. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
I'm wondering because they felt like an African location.
Oh, you usually dream of nice mountain lions, but these were African lions. So they're less understood by you because you don't live in Africa, and they're more wild, aren't they? I don't know. What do you think, ladies? I really do think it has something to do with losing her protector.
And
I do too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
soul of the animal is in between two worlds.
Yeah.
Still connected to you, right?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, you're a Leo too, Jamie? Oh my goodness. All right.
Hello, Leo.
All right.
There you
All
go.
right. Yeah.
Okay, so what are you stalking yourself over as well? What are you feeling guilty about? That's a strong word. But there's something that are you feeling that there was something that you could have done differently and you didn't do it? You didn't act on it. Are you blaming yourself for something?
Well, I think we all take responsibility for things that we have no control over. And, you know, the thing is that she lives alone, and this is her companion and her protector, and
Your protector.
And now the dog is gone. Well, you know, the dog is there, but not so she can see it, right?
Sure. And if you think of the house, a house she doesn't know, and the house representing our inner selves, and so this is now it's discovering who she is without her companion dog. I'm assuming I said dog, not knowing what kind of an animal you had.
Yep. Annie, you bring up the patriarchy and the male energy of Leo season. Is that what you're thinking here? Rossi said she may feel vulnerable. I think she definitely does. Yeah. I think she definitely does feel vulnerable. It's hard enough to lose your pet, but if it's your companion and it's everything to you, it's your child, it's your companion, it's your protector, that has to be even harder.
I think this is about mending. This card makes sense with the dream.
Okay.
If you take into consideration that she is a Leo, and we're in Leo season, and the portal 8/8 is tracking.
Yep.
As yesterday, we just had our last 777.
That's true. We did. Yep. I pulled out here. It's to calm you. That makes sense to me because you have all these lions around you, and you know they're threatening, and you have all these dogs going around you, and to calm you, to say we got you, we got your back, we got your side, we got everything. I don't know if you guys saw this before, but there was a show that was on, like National Geographic, I guess, I don't know, and it was about a group of animals that were in water, and there was a baby. There was like a baby of the animal, like a baby elephant or something. And all of the big elephants saw a tiger. Did you see this before, Teri? You know what I'm talking about?
Amazing.
And remember, they surrounded each other, and they protected each other. It was like amazing. And it looked like that little whatever it was going to die, the little baby, but they saved it. They got it away from. Yeah.
They're so smart.
Look at this.
Yeah.
What did you get, Teri?
I drew this picture here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's all kind of these fluid circles. And Jamie, you're at the center, and your heart, your light is at the center of it. But on the outside, it's Lionsgate, fear and grief. So, and there is always fear anyway about new things coming in, new energy, or losing someone you love, and especially someone that you felt so protected by. And then the dogs come in to save you. They are unconditional love. So I think part of this is giving yourself that unconditional love, and knowing that you're worthy of it, knowing your own self-worth, because there you are, Jamie. And then in the center, when you get home, that's your light. That's your guiding light right there, your divinity. So I think it's about looking out for your divinity and your light. And then I pulled clear your energy. So just cut away any of those, not strands, what are they called? Cords, if you can. Because I find that I have to cut them away. Even the things I think I got rid of, I have to cut them away again the next year and the next year. Like an onion.
Mending, yay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Kelly knows all about cord cutting because that's what she does. Yeah.
I got something a little bit different. To me, the house that she doesn't know where, doesn't recognize the house, is a new circumstance. It is a new chapter. It is something in it. It's new, a new beginning. To me, the lions coming toward her represent a new kind of power that is coming. It's not necessarily roaring and scratching and biting. It's a new power that is in her destiny, that there's a power there. And that the dogs represent all of the dogs that she's always had throughout all kinds of experiences in her life, that they will always be there in protection, in trust, in loyalty, and in divine contract. So the fact that there are multiples, to me, says there's another one coming. There's another one being assigned. And that she should look for this new one, this new energy, this new puppy, this new contracted relationship that is coming. And the hardest thing about grief that I heard was, the hardest part about grief is that it's love with nowhere to go.
Right.
So give it intensity, give it focus, give it intention, give your love somewhere to go, and allow that love to heal what feels empty or broken or difficult right now. And the loss of a pet is the loss of a relative. It's a family member. It's it is incredibly hard to surround yourself with everything that is loving, everything that is beautiful, and everything that brings you joy. But the fastest way that I know of that people talk about to heal grief is to love again, is to get off the sidewalk, get back on the bike, and love again. And the thing about our relationships with Spirit is that Spirit wants us to be in love. It wants us to be in joy. It wants us to have happiness. And we are the ones that put the finite on it. We're the ones that say, oh, it's from this time to this time, and then it's from that time to that time, and it's from that wall to that wall, and I'm only this tall, and all of those finite dimensions, where Spirit doesn't have those. Spirit's only looking for you to be happy, looking for you to be in love with life, with yourself, with everything that you interact with. And that's where the healing transcends, where the love transcends and heals that grief piece. And I do think that you're going to see the dog in your dreams. He's already presenting. Look for him in your dreams, because he's there. He's in your dreams. He's by your side. He's always connected to you through the love that you guys share.
We sure do love you, Jamie.
Yeah. Lots of love, honey.
Yes.
Be gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
Beautiful heart.
Somebody brought up the word pride. Isn't that what they call a group of lions?
Yes.
Yeah, I loved that. I can't remember who said that.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us.
What you got, Kelly? Can't hear you, honey.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Your thing isn't on. Try again.
Now she's frozen.
Oh, you're frozen.
I think it's your.
You were frozen, honey. Now try.
Still can't hear you.
Can't hear her. Yeah. I'm sorry.
There you go. No.
I know.
Oh, man.
Sorry. Yeah.
Look at your Bluetooth. Huh? That'll
You
work.
can type it into the chat if you want, if you can. I don't know if you can. Okay. Yeah.
Annie Bear says,
Oh, Annie Bear, you guys can hear her, but we can't. All right, then let her say what
Wow.
she wants to say. They can hear you, so go ahead. We just can't hear you. Yep.
That's really, I've never had that before.
that's so funny.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Oh,
Of
cannot hear her.
safety.
Oh, now I can
No,
hear
they
her.
can't hear.
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
But they're saying, can the chat hear me? No.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
This is
First,
just.
I know first we couldn't hear. You have so much energy, honey. Just blowing the doors off of everything.
Right.
Okay. Now you guys can hear her. Annie, you can hear her now. Okay. Let's try one more time.
Can't hear you again, honey.
I can't either.
It's okay. She can, they can.
Good.
Sherry says, gone again.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah. All right.
Shucks.
Well, sorry
Yeah.
about that, Kelly. But yeah,
Oopsies.
at least we heard you most of the time here.
Yeah.
I know she keeps freezing. That might be why. Okay. Okay. So it's her internet connection. All right.
Yeah.
So we have about 4 minutes left. What do we want to say about the dream? So we're going to be meeting. Are we going to meet on Friday? Or, I mean, is it going to be, or is it tonight or tomorrow night? So you can have 2 chances to do the dream, tonight or tomorrow night, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And then Friday, we can meet like at 6 o'clock Pacific time on Zoom.
Does everybody have the Zoom connection, or do we put the link in your?
We have to put the link in my, and I'm only going to put a one-time link in for that particular meeting. That way,
Right.
it's, yeah, it isn't up there all the time. So
That would
yes.
be super fun. That'd be really, really fun.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, everybody, is I'm going to write it on my community page that we're going to meet in 1600 at the Glastonbury Tor, which is near where King Arthur was, that you'll all be wearing a colorful cape. And so we're going to, and then we'll meet the next day on Friday at 6 o'clock Pacific, which is 9 o'clock Eastern, but you know, that's probably a good time. And we'll meet on that Zoom link and see what we come up with. And the reason we're doing it, not waiting a week, is that Katie thought it was too long, a distance between now and then, in order to come back here.
Well, and we can always talk about it on the next Zoom if there's one for the following dream show. If you want to do it that way too. It doesn't, I mean, we're dreaming every night, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes in the afternoon.
Yep. So they want you to talk again, Kelly. They want, oh, she's frozen again.
She's frozen.
Yeah, she's frozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, sorry, Kelly. Doggone it.
There she goes.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here this evening. Come back and see us. If you don't, you know, you can come to the Zoom dream meeting whether you had the dream or not. I mean, you know, it's fine.
Right.
You don't have to come. Yeah, Google Glastonbury, and yeah. Otherwise, we will see you next Wednesday night. Yes, Diana.
In case no one's heard yet, Sinead O'Connor died today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know why?
I know that she had mental health problems for the past 18 years, and her son died a few months ago.
In January.
Yeah.
And so she pulled a Lisa Marie Presley and a Nicole Smith. She killed herself, basically, by heartbreak. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what happened to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
56 years old, way too young. Way too
Yeah.
young. I don't know why these mothers are doing this. I mean, I know that it's very, very painful. And I couldn't even begin to understand how painful it would be to lose a child.
Well,
But I hate to see these people checking out, you know.
And she has 4 children.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She has another 3 that are still with her.
And Lisa Marie had 3 more or 4 more or something too. Yeah. She had a heart. Okay.
Yeah, she did have a. I think after she shaved her head and ripped up the Pope's picture. I mean, that had to have been hard. They really came down on her.
They did.
She really had a hard life. Abuse from her mother, the same way as the church. So
yeah,
okay,
it was very difficult for her.
Yeah. And
thank you, Katie. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Kelly. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks everyone in the chat too. Such sweetness in the chat. So
Kelly.
Yeah. I know. Prince had her under his wing. There you go.
Yeah.
Sweet dreams, everybody. Sweet dreams.
Bye everybody.
Bye.